think I'll finish unpacking in the morning.
I'll take care of it. Why don't you lie down and rest?
Yeah. I think I'll do just that.
You know, you don't look at all well. Maybe I ought to call Daddy.
Oh, no, please don't do that. I'm just a little tired.
It's no wonder. That drive must have exhausted you.
Oh, actually, the drive was nice. It was good getting out in the fresh air for a change.
You have been in bed for weeks. It's going to take you a while to feel back to normal. I just don't want you to overdo it.
Yes. Are those orders from a doctor's daughter?
Just want you to feel well again.
I just wish these physical aches and pains I had were the only problems.
What do you mean?
Let's face it, Emily. I came here to Monticello to find out more about my past. Now that I'm here, I don't know what to do.
We'll work it through together.
I don't know if it's such a good idea to mix you up in this.
Well, don't be silly. We're a team, aren't we? I want to help you.
You're really terrific.
You can be the brains, and I'll be the brawn. I'm in much better shape to do legwork than you are.
Okie doke. How do we begin this operation now?
Well, why don't we start with the Monticello phone directory?
Very good idea. Chances are I could have been listed at one time, huh?
Yeah, here it is. Let's see. M-A-I. Michaels. About a dozen Michaels, but no Kirk.
Strike one.
No, not necessarily. I could call these people and ask them if they have a relative named Kirk. I could say that I used to know a Kirk Michaels from Monticello, but I lost his number.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of doing it.
Yeah. I could go down a list tomorrow. It's not too late. Maybe I could start tonight.
Come on, Emily. Let's not kid ourselves, huh?
What's the matter?
You know as well as I do, the most logical place for us to start this search is with the police. I think the first place you should check is the FBI. Make sure I'm not on their most wanted list.
I don't even want to hear you talk like that.
Come on, Emily, I'm just trying to be realistic, but you know that I'm hoping that I'm wrong.
What's wrong is that you're thinking of yourself as a criminal.
Come on, I didn't pick that vocation out of a hat. There is a precedent for it.
Some juvenile offenses that you committed 10 years ago. I know you've reformed.
It's amazing. You know, you are going on nothing but blind faith with me.
No. I can tell. By the way you are, by your gentleness, by the way you look at me.
Oh, Emily, you're so warm and caring yourself. How else could I respond to you? But sneaking into town like this and hiding out in a hotel, I feel like a gangster.
Well, I don't think I feel very much like your mall.
No, you are my wife.
Oh. You don't know how good it is for me to hear you say that.
Oh. Mr. and Mrs. Kirk Michaels. Except, of course, we're not using the name Michaels now.
No, we're Mr. and Mrs. Kirk Mitchell. At least for the time being.
Until we see just how bad the name Michaels is.
Kirk, the name doesn't matter. All that matters is... All right, we'll go to the police.
Should I go in first, waving a little white flag from my cane?
Not you, me. There's no reason why I can't go into police headquarters and make an inquiry about my long-lost friend.
Well, Yeah, I guess that's one way of going about it.
Sure. I can tell them that you were in trouble with the law, but that you've probably reformed.
What if they're looking for me? Well, what if I have a record? Suppose they're looking for me and they hold you as a criminal for aiding and abetting a fugitive.
Well, just tell them the truth. At least part of it. I haven't seen you in 10 years.
I don't know, Emily. That seems so risky to me.
Look, I'll be fine. You just have to trust me. And I'm sure the police aren't going to say anything bad about you.
Well, suppose they do, Emily. Suppose I am wanted. Are you still going to consider yourself my wife?
I am your wife. No matter what, don't you understand that? I've waited 10 years to begin our life together. And if you're wanted in Monticello, then we'll move someplace else.
No, wait. The 11 o'clock news will time out if we get rid of this story on the Parks Department. Which is great because I can use the extra minute to report the night baseball scores.
That sounds fine to me.
Ha.
Nicole. Are you feeling all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Why?
Well, I don't know. Ever since you arrived here this afternoon, you seem to be a bit on edge.
Didn't know it was that obvious.
Is anything wrong?
Oh, no. I'm fine.
All right. Do you have a few minutes to discuss this investigative report that you proposed? I have a few ideas of my own I'd like to share.
Oh, Geraldine, I can't right now. I'm meeting Miles for dinner.
Oh, then don't let me stop you by all means. I think a nice, quiet dinner with Miles is just what you need to calm your nerves.
To tell you the truth, this nice, quiet dinner with Miles is why I'm just a little bit nervous.
Well, I was under the impression that things were going very well for you two.
Oh, they are. Really, they're great. It's just that I have something kind of important that I want to discuss with him, and I really don't know how he's going to react.
I see. Come in.
Logan.
Oh, hello, Nicole.
Logan.
Geraldine,
I wasn't expecting you to stop by.
it's a day for surprises.
You're white as a sheet.
What's happened? Is it Jaimey?
Is he all right?
I guess so. For the time being, anyway.
Don't tell me he's had a relapse.
He was discharged at 10:30 this morning from Monticello General. I got there at 11.
What?
Raven picked him up. He was released in the custody of his mother.
You mean Raven has taken Jaimey?
Saved herself a bundle of legal fees. Bundle. She doesn't have to convince a court now to give him to her because the hospital has already taken care of that.
Logan, this is awful.
You know, I feel like a character in one of those old cartoons. You know, like I ought to have a sign on the seat of my pants that says, "Kick me. I was so stupid, Geraldine. I was so stupid."
Oh.
I didn't think for a second that Raven would try to take him out of the hospital.
Logan, you weren't stupid. You were thinking about Jaimey getting well.
That's no excuse. I know Raven. It was wrong of me. No, stupid. It was stupid of me to let down my guard for a minute.
Logan, I'm sick about this. I can't believe it.
Oh, you can believe it, all right, Geraldine. You can definitely believe it. Raven has Jaimey. She's not going to give him back.
I have no doubt that Raven is basking in the glow of her triumph while we're sitting around feeling as if we've been hit by a truck.
Logan, I have to go. Miles is waiting for me in a restaurant. But if you can think of anything I can do to help you with this, you let me know, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure, I will. I mean, don't stay here on account of me. There's no sense in the three of us.
I know. You just keep me posted, all right?
Oh, yeah,
I want to know what happens with this.
Yeah. Curious about what happens myself.
Now, you run along now, Nicole, and try to enjoy your dinner.
I'll talk to you later, okay?
Sure.
Logan, we simply cannot sit by and accept this defeat gracefully.
I know. That's why, as soon as I heard about what had happened, I went over to Raven's Hotel. I thought I could talk some sense to her. Geraldine and I tried everything. Everything but getting down on my knees and begging her to give Jaimey back to me, and it didn't do any good.
Seeing your anguish must have been the icing on the cake for Raven.
She wouldn't even let me see him, Geraldine. She wouldn't let me see him.
I'm surprised she let you into the apartment.
She didn't want to do that. Oh, she didn't even want to. In order to get her to move the dresser away from the front door, I had to promise her that I would not try and take Jaimey back right then and there, which is what I wanted to do.
All right, now, just pull yourself together and calm down. With all due respect, Logan, I think it was very foolish of you to make that promise. And I think it was even more idiotic to keep your word. Considering the tactics that Raven has used during this whole thing, you should have shown no hesitancy about taking that baby at once.
It wasn't ethics that stopped me, Geraldine. He was in the bedroom and the door was locked. What was I supposed to do?
All right now. Just listen to me. Go over there and pour yourself a cup of coffee. Come and sit down and we'll talk about it sensibly. We all know that Raven is absolutely unfit to take care of that baby. It's imperative that we get him back at once. Jaimey should be with a parent who loves him, who cares about his well-being.
It's not that easy. It's just not that easy. See, in the eyes of the law, he is with his only legal parent right now. Until my paternity suit is allowed, I have no legal status. I am nothing more than Raven's estranged husband. That's it.
But who knows how that baby will be mistreated by Raven from now on. It could leave him with permanent psychological scars.
We can't take him back. We can't do that. I mean, that would be kidnapping. Worse than that, if I try anything like that, and I mean anything, it'll prejudice the court against me when I file my claim for custody.
I'm telling you that if Raven gains permanent custody of that baby, it's going to be nothing but disaster. And you are saying that we can do nothing but sit around and wait?
That's right. It's exactly what I'm saying. We can't take him back. Much as I want to take him back. Much as I hate the idea of him living there with Raven, and we just can't.
I think there's a law against a person like Raven.
Man, you should have seen Star's reaction when I told her what Raven did. I mean, it was everything I could do to keep her from going over to Raven's hotel and punching out her lights.
Well, tell Star she's going to have to get in line behind me.
We can call Raven every name in the book, but it's not going to help Logan get Jaimey back. What we've got to do is come up with a way where we can get Jaimey back to where he belongs.
I mean, come on, do you really think Logan wants any more of our valuable assistance?
Yes.
You know, what we should have done was stationed ourselves at the hospital in shifts. Then Logan would be feeding Jaimey right now instead of Mother Swift.
Look, what we've got to do right now is come up with another plan of action.
Okay, I've got it. Why don't we take all of Raven's credit cards and make a swap? Sorry.
Aren't you glad we didn't think of that?
Look, Logan has already ruled out the possibility of stealing the baby back. Now, he won't even consider it.
Well, who knows? Serve Raven right if she got some of her own medicine in.
Oh, come on, look. I mean, what would it look like if Mr. District Attorney himself went around violating the very laws he's sworn to uphold?
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't help his chances of getting reelected, would it?
No, Logan can't go around doing things like that. There's nothing that says that we can't.
Slow down. You're letting your enthusiasm get ahead of your common sense.
The thought of Jaimey being raised by the sorriest excuse of a mother I have ever met just makes me sick.
Well, Deborah, we both feel the same way, but we are in the same professional boat as Logan. I mean, cops are law and order types, too, you know.
And Raven didn't break any laws. All she did was take her son home with her.
How about we put together a little covert operation to change the status quo?
I knew it was coming.
Look, if Raven can get away with it, so can we.
Whoa. That would make us prime candidates for a kidnapping charge.
Red, Logan's only recourse right now is through the courts. Unfortunately, the backlog is so huge, Jaimey will probably be on his way to college before he can win that custody suit.
Besides, how do we know Logan's going to win?
Right. I mean, the courts usually do decide with the mother, right?
No judge in his right mind is going to award Raven custody. And the minute Logan brings up this little thing about Raven abandoning Jaimey, the whole thing's going to be over with.
But can Logan prove that?
April Scott can.
It could take a long, long time before Logan and Jaimey are back together again.
Darn it, I do not want to give Raven the satisfaction of winning this battle.
Not to mention the sweet revenge you get for that crack she made about your femininity.
I want to help Logan.
You're asking for a whole lot of trouble.
Look, Deborah, we do not have to play guardian angel. Logan's situation is going to work out just fine for him.
I do not need your help. I'm perfectly capable of handling this myself.
She has got that determined look in her eye again, Steve.
Deborah, sometimes I think you're the most stubborn, mule-headed woman on earth.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I know I'm going to hate myself in the morning, but you can count me in.
Want to play with us, Mr. Guthrie? Or else you are invited to leave.
Well, I guess we sink or swim together. It's the Three Musketeers forever.
Okay. What have you got in mind?
All right. The first thing we have to do is figure out what arrangements Raven has made with a babysitter, what her name is, the times that she's on duty.
All we'll need is a surveillance of the room.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe not. I think I just got an idea that might give us the answer the easy way. Help may be just a phone call away.
So Raven has Jaimey. And as far as I can see, his hands are tied. I mean, but there's no way Logan can get him back.
It's such a damn shame. I wish I could think of some sort of miracle solution to that. I think the only thing I can do is just call and commiserate.
And you know, it's not very healthy for a child of that age to be shuttled back and forth between parents.
No, especially when there's that much animosity between the two of them.
Babies are very sensitive. You know, Adam has always been able to pick up on the slightest changes in our moods.
Well, at least one mood has always stayed the same, and that's our love for him.
Our love for each other.
Yeah, I think we're doing a pretty good job of raising a happy little boy.
We could make him even happier.
Oh, I watched you teasing with that souped-up tricycle in the window of Martin's toy shop.
What I'm talking about can't be bought.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Not at first.
How many guesses do I get?
I think that Adam would love to have a little baby brother or sister.
Well, now, look, if you think he needs company, we'll always get him a parakeet, a couple of goldfish.
No, I do think that Adam would love to have another child in the house, but that isn't my main reason for wanting a baby.
What is?
I want us to have a child together.
Does it really mean that much to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
I love you so much, Mrs.
Having a life grow inside me that we created together, it would just be wonderful. Listen, I know this is a big step for us to take, and I don't want my feelings to influence your decision. You have to want this baby, too.
You think I don't?
I don't know. I mean, I've never really been sure. Every time I brought it up, you've always hedged. You've said that you thought that you should wait and think about it.
Well, we have waited, and I have thought about it. And there's nothing I could love more than a little boy or a little girl that you and I had together.
The answer's yes?
The answer's yes.
So, how are you feeling now?
Tired.
Yeah, well, it really is late. Really ought to get to bed.
Yeah, I guess we both ought to turn in. It's going to be a big day tomorrow.
You're right. I'll turn down the bed. You're not at all sure about this, are you?
I know how you feel about this situation, about our being alone here together.
Emily, I know we're man and wife. I don't have any doubts about that, but...
Knowing who you are hasn't made all the difference.
I...
Oh, it's all right. Really, I'm not angry and I'm not upset. I really do understand.
I feel like such a fool. I mean, playing like this with the woman that I'm married to. I don't know. I can't help it, Emily. I just feel like there's something holding me back.
I just hope that it isn't...
Another woman? Is that what you're going to say?
Well, I think about it all the time. I just hope that one woman hasn't become more important to you than I am. But neither of us knows that. And, here we are, together. We have to be practical, so I'll sleep on the couch.
Oh, no. If anybody sleeps on the couch, it's going to be me.
No, really, I don't mind. And you've been ill.
No. The couch feels very comfortable, honest.
We didn't order room service.
No. Who's that?
I better go see who it is.
Oh, pardon me, ma'am. Could I come in and talk to you a minute?